good enough?
Now I just like to do this in sync. This is what you can also do in the tub if you want.
Dylan's first bath.
Usually like their hair, it usually feels kind of good. Now this brush is real soft, you can feel it. So yeah, you can do it kind of firmly. Rub them up good. Okay. Now they have this soft spot right here. You don't have to be real careful with it. It's covered by a tough membrane. That's there to allow for all the brain growth that's going to go on this first year, and it should close after a year. There's also a small one in the back that closes in a few months. Does that feel good? That's it?
It does.
Like it might get quite as much when I put it down in the water, but maybe.
We'll see if his name stands out to Dylan as a child of the sea.
So Carolyn, you can watch carefully.
Depends on the baby. Yeah. Once a week. Now my daughter had very, very oily scalp, and so I washed hers every day. But that's unusual. I didn't give her a bath every day. She had oily scalp and dry skin. And you know, he's got all that peely skin. That's normal. From being a little bit overdue. He's got a layer of skin he's going to lose. He's probably going to get it peelier before it gets better. Lotions and stuff don't really help with that. Well, probably better be careful how full I do that. It's going to overflow. Yes, it is. And the temperature of the water, I tell people, unless you're somebody who takes a really scalding bath, do what's comfortable for you. If you take a super hot bath, you know, warmer than lukewarm, because you think about it, you don't want them down in a cold tub. It makes them uncomfortable. You want to test with either your wrist or your elbow because your hands aren't that sensitive to heat. And I did notice when he was born, did you see his birthmark on his bottom?
We were just noticing
Yeah.
it last night.
Yep. It's called a Mongolian spot. Probably fades as it gets older, but it doesn't always.
Yeah, my mom hasn't seen it.
I saw it, yeah. That's we're changing the diaper. Yeah.
And there's those gigantic feet. What you think? Well, when you think about it, this is kind of where you used to be.
Just chilling out.
Second thought. That feels good.
Oh yeah.
You know, I remember I float the soap in the water to warm it. I forgot again. I always do. Now, it's obviously okay to get the cord wet. It'll fall off in about 10 days to 2 weeks. When it falls off, sometimes it'll bleed a little bit. That's normal. It may smell a little bit, but it shouldn't have a super strong odor. It's unusual for them to get infected, but they can. If it pink around it, warm to the touch, swollen, any pus, those would be signs of an infection. And you just want to get any place there's a crack or a crevice or roll. You know, they don't like to straighten themselves out, so a bath is a really good time to be. You're kind of checking out everything, you're getting them to straighten out. those fingers. Put too much water in this tub, didn't I? But I want you nice and warm. Yeah, with him being uncircumcised, you probably know, don't retract the foreskin or anything. If you retract it too early, you can break down some of the adhesions that are in there and can cause problems. They'll tell you when he's getting old enough where you need you to retract and clean. I'm gonna lean over my arms so I get your back, huh? Say hi to everybody. Yeah. You're gonna get real used to that camera, let me tell you. Yeah.
He still looks like a drunken sailor. Yeah, he does. It's the widest awake I've seen it.
He's enjoying his bed.
I know. I think it is.
Yeah, they usually scream during it. He's really liking it.
He's trying to nurse.
He says, something's near my mouth. You want to suck on it.
The best thing he can learn is to suck his finger, I think, 'cause he's going to learn to suck on it.
I always have mixed feelings about fingers. I had two kids that did, they started with pacifiers and took them out and did fingers, and they were so hard to break. Matter of fact, my daughter was in her teens, and we had to put a bar in.
But it's so comforting, too.
But it is.
I have mixed feelings about it,
They could always satisfy themselves. And then my youngest, we used a pacifier, and then when I decided I wanted to take it away, I could just take it away.
And they go to sleep
Yep.
faster if they learn to suck their finger. But then you always wonder how long they can do it.
She wants to see your face.
Oh, he's so relaxed.
Yeah. And I'm sure you've been told, they need to sleep on their back, not their side, their back. However, when they're awake, have you heard of tummy time? They should be spending probably a total of at least an hour a day on their tummy. When they're awake, you're awake. And it's funny, our kids used to love laying on the tummy. Now kids aren't used to it, so they hate it. A lot of times after a bath is a good time to do it. Just put them on their tummy. Yeah. But they found that with kids spending so much time in the back, they kind of were not developing their chest muscles, not, being able to hold up their head as well. They just need to work on that. And laying on your tummy, when they're laying skin to skin on you, on their tummy, that counts, because they'll pick up their head and look at you, they'll push up. That counts. I know. I'm just trying out well. You might get a dimple there. Look at that. He's got a little tiny indentation there sometimes. He's going to get a dimple.
In his face?
Yeah, right there in his chin, he might have a dimple. If you do, you're going to hate that when you're older and you have to shave. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He's had numbers to shave.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that before.
Yeah. I didn't notice it before, but yeah.
Where's his birthmark?
Right here. See how it's purple?
Oh.
He's got it. It's here. And see, this sometimes gets mistaken for bruises.
Yeah.
Right.
And so it's a good thing to notice it at birth, because there's actually been people been reported for child abuse when it's a birthmark that didn't get noted. Yeah, so very common in darker skinned babies. Yeah, let's get you into the warm and warm you up. Yeah, see, this way I get a quick cold. Yeah. Yeah. Don't pee on me though.
He's dangerous like that.
Yes.
It's the first time I've seen him. Cute butt, huh?
I know.